wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. There's darkness, my old friend. You get me till at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. There's darkness, my old friend. You get me at the end.
I'm muted. What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with another late night THFC rant. USA versus Canada is going on tonight, so I figured we'd do a little watch along as we do it at the exact same time. I have posted the link in chat. It is available for you guys to jump on and join the stream if you would like. But yeah. Teacher Kane is in the house. Mr. K's in the house. What's going on, folks? What is going on? What is going on? International break. So we're going to be joining here with the international break, doing a little bit of a watch along as we do our weekend late night THFC rant show. The show is open for anybody who wants to jump on. The link is in the chat. Go ahead and do that. Looks like Weston McKennie is out for the United States due to some kind of breaking of team policy. I don't know what that exactly means. If anybody else knows what that means, wants to jump, throw that in the chat. You can do that. Game hasn't started yet. It looks like they're still getting ready to start up. But yeah. How is everyone out there in YouTube land tonight? Go Canada. I got a lot of Canada fans. Good luck to Canada. Everybody wants the USA to lose. Why is that? What are you guys doing? Starting to come out. Christian Pulisic is back in the side tonight. And yeah. What's going on tonight? Looks like, seeing that points here, United States is sitting in 6th place right now. Cutoff, I guess, is what? Top 3? 4th place gets goes into a playoff. So the U.S. has got to win. It's a must-win match tonight for the United States. And looks like it's going to be a tough one, though. I'm going to tell you what, though. I don't think that this is a guarantee. I don't think this is a done deal for the U.S. Canada's becoming a stronger and stronger team. And it's been a tough one. So hopefully they pull it out tonight. Hopefully they pull it out. Let's see. Started coming out. Starting lineups for both teams. Let's see here. Starting lineups for both teams are versus Canada. So we've got, for the United States, Matt Turner in goal. We've got Sabachu, Pulisic, Dest, Robinson, Antonio Robinson, Miles Robinson, Tyler Adams, Sebastian Legit, John Brooks, Kellyan Acosta, and Matt Turner. So not a lot of big names. Gio Reyna is out injured with a hamstring. Substitutes, you have Sand, Sargent, Horvath, Mark McKenzie, Christian Roldan, Bello, Zimmerman, Tim Ream, Conrad De La Fuente, Johnson, Pepe, and Yedlin. Starting for Canada tonight, we've got Larian, Hollett, Laria, Borjan, Scott Kennedy, Donnell Henry, Alistair Johnson, Stephen Estaquio, Alfonso Davies, and Mark Anthony Kay. But why so alone? Because nobody's decided to join yet. I'm sure somebody will be on here quickly. If not, we'll just rock it alone, my friend. It is a Sunday night. Mr. Cody Mack. I don't know where all the Canadians are. I guess they're afraid to show their fame. But the link is pinned to the top. If somebody wants to join, you can. Go ahead and click that link there at the top of the stream. Mr. K, if you want to jump on, you can. Don't have to be a fan of the U.S. or Canada. If you're just a football fan in general and you want to jump on and watch the match together, you can do so. I wonder what's going on with Weston McKennie here. I'm trying to find what happened and why he's unable to play. see. Kenny. There we go. So it looks like, according to Sports Illustrated, says that Weston McKennie was omitted from the roster because of a slight injury that he's been dealing with. That's not what it says. This must be an older thing. Trying to find new news for this. Why Weston McKennie is not arrived. Why is Weston McKennie not available? Not seeing anything on why he's not available. All I'm seeing is news that it says that it's based on see if I add a little bit more details. U.S. men's national team, Canada World Cup qualifier starts, live updates. He's the qualifying. Says that this is a. It says it looks like Weston McKennie was out due to a violation of COVID protocols. That's disappointing. It seems like Weston McKennie made a post on either Instagram or Twitter. On Instagram, he violated COVID protocols. He says, I'm sorry. He says he's sorry for his action. We'll be cheering hard for the boys tonight and hope they'll be back with team soon. I don't know exactly what the team COVID protocols are, but apparently he's out because he violated those team protocols, which is unusual. Unusual for sure. But yeah. US is starting to warm up here. They'll be coming out and the match will be starting soon. What are you guys' predictions? Anybody? There's 10 of you guys watching, so I know that we're not here all alone. So what do you guys think that the predictions are going to be? Go ahead and put that in the chat below. We'll get the score predictions. For me, I think it'll probably end up being a pretty tight match. Maybe 1-0. I do think that the USA will pull it out, but just. And maybe not. Canada has it in them in these one-off matches to pull one out, get 3 points against the United States. So, anyway, looks like we're getting ready to start off here. Kickoff's just about to start. United States versus Canada. And yeah. Scott M says 2-1 USA. Canada scores early but can't hold on. US batters us for a while before scoring and then get another one in the last 10 minutes. Could be, man. Could be. Could be. Could be. Getting ready to kick off here sooner or later. I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be that high of a scoring game. I mean, it could be. That's the hard part about the U.S. men's national team is sometimes we can come out flying, looking fantastic, and other times we come out looking like scrubs. What's going on, Island Life? How are you doing this evening? Kickoff has kicked off. Let me throw Let me throw the clock up on here so you guys can see what I'm doing. But let me add the clock up in this mug. Throw a clock up on here for you guys now that the match has started. Put that on. So there's the clock up there we got going on. And still 0-0. 1 minute, 38 seconds into the match. Oh, great beer, dude. Thank you. Scott M says, Canada's defense is super weak. They will give away chances. I would have felt better if we had David in. Kennedy at the back first is a good addition. Yeah. Can have Tyron Sanchez. I mean, right now it does look like the United States is dominating possession. Moving the ball around the back to the, kind of holding possession. Yeah. But Canada does have Alphonso Davies, very, very good player. He's one I would like to steal from the United States. Turn the ball over to the middle of the park. Foul. Free kick to the United States just outside the box. On Christian Pulisic. Pretty hard, rough challenge. Pretty hard foul in from Johnson onto Christian Pulisic. Takes his legs out. Mr. K says, sorry, guys. I don't see Canada getting anything out of this. The U.S. is a little too strong. Free kick to the United States, just about probably 35 yards out. Maybe not even 30 yards out. That was a horrible, horrible free kick in. Ball in for Christian Pulisic, but Canada makes a very wimpy clearance out and corner kick to the United States. I don't know what Christian Pulisic was thinking there. That was kind of gross, but it is what it is. Yep, Alphonso Davies is playing for Canada. Alphonso Davies got the ball out on the left-hand side. Plays the ball in behind. Too much pace on it. Out for a goal kick. Sitting at 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Still 0-0. Canada is definitely not looking like they're going to hold a lot of possession for this match. But I mean, hey, it is. U.S. in trouble, Den? I don't think USA is in trouble right now. Yeah, Alphonso Davies plays as a left wing for us. He plays much further up the pitch than he does for Bayern. That is true. That's because Canada doesn't have a lot of quality in the attacking part of the match. I mean, to be honest, if the United States don't pull out a victory here with the number of players that we have playing in Europe, it is kind of a disgrace. For people that don't know, the U.S. did draw 0-0 with El Salvador on Thursday night. and it wasn't very good. Wasn't a very good match at all. But it is what it is. And oh, really, yep. It's true. US are dominating possession here, just kind of playing the ball around the back. Canada sitting back in the bus. Ball in, long ball in to Christian Pulisic in the box. Knocked down. Picks the ball back up. Why are you fouling him there, you goof? Brooks, what are you doing? I don't know what's going on there. What are you fouling that guy for? How many people are actually watching the match? You just watching me? We didn't lose to El Salvador. We drew 0-0 with him. It's like a loss. Foul inside the box. Offensive foul inside the box against Canada. Free kick to the United States. 7 minutes. USA on the attack again. Why can't you just call it USA versus Canada? USMNT talks about it being football. I could call it USA versus Canada. Not by far. I mean, El Salvador has a decent team. They have probably a good 8 or 9 players playing for MLS that aren't shabby. But it really was, they sat back real deep and just tried to hit us on the counter and did a good job of defending. So we didn't have Christian Pulisic in that match, and Josh pretty much ambiguous throughout the whole thing. So it was definitely a tough to break down. We got Sergio Dest. He's in right back tonight. Looks like he's pretty much marking Alphonso Davies. Besides Sonny, who is my favorite Spurs player, I do like Sergio Reguilon. I also like Harry Kane. I also like Dele Alli. I also like Højbjerg. Son is definitely my favorite player. Those players who I like aren't necessarily the best players for the squad, but it's definitely some of the players that I like. Island Life Saw Ndombele still wants to go. Yeah. That he does. Turning the ball over again. That was kind of our problem against El Salvador, to be honest with you. It's a horrible shot. Canada is so weak on the counter there. Their strikers are not good. To be real, Spurs should have scouted for Davies before Bayern Munich did. I agree with you. I do not disagree with you at all. One thing about the United States, especially against El Salvador, is we weren't really working real hard. And, we're second to, balls, lost a lot of 50-50s, giving the ball away for no reason at all. But, I mean, United States right now are dominating possession in this match. Canada's definitely set up in a low block trying to hit us on the break. But to be honest with you, they really don't have any pace up front to really put a lot of pressure on our center backs. Canada's definitely not looking like the Canada that we played in the Gold Cup, but granted, that was like the U.S. men's national team's BC team. But they're definitely not coming out and being as attacking as they were in that match. I guess they figured they had a good shot of winning that one. I don't know why they figure they don't here either. But looks like Pulisic is playing left wing. Davies isn't young anymore, man. Yeah. You're probably right, Scott. You're probably right. It was a very weak shot. I mean, Kane back to goal. Congrats to him. Well, good for Kane. That's good. I don't think that's a foul. Fonzo Davies? I think he's older than that. Oh yeah, he's almost 21. He'll be 21 in a couple weeks. Or I guess 1 or 2 months. That Laren guy is horrible, Scott. Laren guy is horrible. Laren is horrible. That's two. It's a rant show on Sunday morning OC time. We do rants. We do them now. Now that we're back in the regular season. We do them at the exact same time. Make sure you check, and we're doing them pre and post match. So if the match was on Saturday or on Sunday, that means we're doing them on Saturday and Sunday. So that would be Sunday. Our Saturday night one will be your Sunday morning one. So we definitely do them again now that we're back working for a little time. take over Alba's spot in his first season. Yep. What did K do? I missed it. There's something going on here. I missed it. Another free kick to the U.S. Foul on Pulisic. The link is pinned to the top. If you guys want to jump on the stream and hang out, you are welcome to do so. Why is that not connected? That's because that's not open. That's why. Ben Davies wouldn't have had stand a chance, in my opinion. But yeah. United States. Jamaica is apparently losing 3-0 to Panama. And it looks like Jamaica hasn't won any points. They are what's up, Danny? Thank you for the the £2, my friend. If anybody wants to come on and join the stream, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. You're welcome to do it. Well, that's because they don't have any left backs. Yeah, doesn't look like they're going to qualify right now. United States is sitting in 5th with 2 points. Panama is sitting in 4th. Mexico's in 1st. Canada's in 2nd right now with 2 points. So whoever wins this match here immediately jumps into 2nd place in the table. Looks like Canada's keeper's gone down. Looks like he's got a groin injury. What's going on, Scott?
How's it going? Thought I'd hop on. I might be in and out a bit, though. I have to run around and do some things around the house while I'm watching, so...
Yeah, just throw it on. Just mute your mic when you gotta go someplace and you'll be fine.
Seems like every time I go and come back, I come back to watching Kyle Lauren miss another chance that he should have done something much better with.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen him play a lot, and I'm not impressed, to be fair.
I'll say I've only started watching Canada since the Gold Cup. Before that, I probably hadn't seen a game in 5 years, so my opinion might have to be taken with a grain of salt. And but I have read a lot from people that I do know that are big fans. And the thing about him, it seems like they like him because he's supposedly good at link-up play. Although if you're the furthest guy forward, why you need him to be like when,
if you're
he plays in front of him, right? Jonathan David plays in front of him. But in this formation, there's nobody in front of him, so he's the one who's supposed to be there to convert the goals. And
he doesn't seem like he's that fast. And 2, it also seems like, you know, when if your strategy is to park the bus and play balls in over the top, you're not really doing link up play then, right? If it's Alphonso Davies that's supposed to be there on the left, who's playing balls into. But yeah, I mean it's not looking great.
I think he went with like a veteran lineup because he also has Hoylett there instead of Buchanan, who's been really good for us. And I don't know if you saw earlier, Hoylett looked like he was running in cement shoes earlier when he got caught from behind. Was it Brooks that caught him and fouled him there or something? And
Yeah.
so I think he's just going with the older guys just to try to get a 0. I think the plan is let's get 0-0 and get out of here.
Yeah, but you drawed your first match as well, too, right, against Honduras. So,
and that's I mean, I don't know. We have slim chances to qualify anyways, but that.
I don't know, with Jamaica dropping down, I don't think that there's too other many teams that are strong. I mean, if you were to pick up a point here tonight and then win against El Salvador, you might have a chance.
Yeah, the draw at home though against Honduras is gonna that hurts. That's when you want to win, right?
Yeah, you got to win that one at home. We have 2 away matches. This is the only home match we have. So.
We'll see. It's nice to actually have to watch Canada because we usually don't even make it this far, and to watch a team that I think the United States will probably win, but I think we can actually finally be competitive against them.
Yeah, and I don't know. It just seemed like you guys were on the front foot a lot more in the Gold Cup than you are on this match here. I was surprised to see them setting back as far as they did, and I mean, like even just Johnson right there falling over himself.
We have no midfield. I saw in the chat somebody was talking about our forwards. We're okay. I mean, it doesn't look like it with Lauren, but with Jonathan David, Buchanan is really good. But I think Davies has to play up because we can't do anything. You'll see. We're not going to create anything from the midfield. So we have to give it to him on the left, have him beat his guy, and then try to create. Our theoretically creative midfield actually plays for Paco Ferreira.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically enough, so I didn't really notice him against Tottenham, but
that's cool. Your keeper too looks like he's pretty old. Oh, that was a horrible ball out.
Yeah, I think he's like 35. Oh, 33, I guess. Yeah, didn't he play?
I don't think that was a foul. Just kind of ran into traffic and lost the ball. That's the problem is your guys up front are so slow. Like even when balls are playing in behind, our guys are so much leaner and quicker that they're able to get back. Like even that one ball that was playing into, like, who's your number 10? What's his name?
Junior Hoylett.
Yeah, Hoylett.
Yeah, we have, if you put Tejan Buchanan there, who's like, he's similar to Davies in the sense, like he usually plays wing back, I think, but they play him up in the wing, but he's fast, right? That's perfect for him, but he's only, I think, 21, so maybe that's why he doesn't get in. I don't know why. I don't even think Hoylett's playing anywhere right now.
He's so big that he's just not quick. Like even that one ball that was over the top that he picked up earlier. I mean, 3 guys caught him before he even got 10 yards down the pitch. See the people in the chat are saying. People are bigging up Ben Davies. I don't necessarily think that he deserves hate. He's just not a good player. Right? Ben Davies is not a good player to me. I don't think that I've ever personally attacked players. That tends to not be my. I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't. I may have if I was angry.
My big thing with Davies is there was, and I know one prominent person who promoted it quite a bit, but there seemed to be a thing going around that he always gives you a 6 or 7 out of 10 performance, and I'm like, I barely have seen him give a 6, and certainly not a 7. But people kept saying that, right? So many times people would say 6 out of 7, 6 out of 7. He just gives you a 6 out of 7. It's like, no, he gives you a 4. 4 out of 10. He consistently gives you a 4 out of 10, and if you're lucky, he might give you a 6 every once or twice a year. But I don't hate him. I think people.
I don't ever think
his steadiness for.
Yeah, I don't ever seen Ben Davies get deeper than the top of the 18-yard box. Don't think I've ever seen him make an overlap into the corner flag. You know, any of that stuff. The highest I've ever seen him is, and that's because he has to stay so deep because he has no pace in order to get back. And if the ball gets played over the top in his zone, there's no way he can get back.
And he stays. People I've heard say, "Oh, you don't see guys go around him." I'm like, "Yeah, because he's so close to the box that he gives up the space. It's not any better than the guys not going around him. He just gives it to him right away." So.
Ball into the box. Ah. Ball back into the middle.
Canadian defender had the best chance all game.
Play back to the keeper. Coming on 26 minutes. Not a whole lot of anything. Canada's sitting pretty far deep. They're starting to look like they're starting to come out and press a little bit more than they did in the first half. Ball's coming in. This could be dangerous. Gives the ball away outside the box. Bad touch. That's the way we looked against El Salvador, winning 2 cups back to back, and then came back looking pretty squeaky. I think that's what happens though when you have a lot of these international competitions, and the first team guys, the guys that are playing in Europe, aren't involved in the squad. Whenever they finally do come back in, it's like you want to have them play because they're playing in Europe, right? They're a better quality of player, but they're just not as. They don't have as much chemistry, or they're just not as bed in to people like they are in the U.S. And we got Acosta causing a fight again. This is what he always does. He always gets in people's heads, gets you to get a red card. I'm telling you what, man, that guy is better than Lamella, dude. Oh, can't see the game timer because of the way that I'm doing the screen. There you go. I guess I could just put it back like that and then move it. Stick it right here. Put it right under my face. How about that, Mr. K? There you go.
I'm about 30 seconds ahead, and for some reason I don't know how to pause this. They changed how I was going to watch it because the big channels in Canada picked it up, and it won't let me pause for some reason. So I'll make sure I'm not spoiling anything.
Oh, that's all right. It's weird that you're 30 seconds ahead of me. It's here in Nashville. It's only 5 hours. I should have gone to the game is what I should have done. Uh-oh, I better hide that thing.
I never know how it works. Brian Daigle and I were watching the same stream. Well, at the same platform, and he was 30 seconds ahead of me on Sunday last week. So
Yeah, I am watching it on online, so there is maybe a little bit of a delay because it's online rather than terrestrial TV or whatever. It's boneless though? What does that mean? I almost choked on my drink there. Oh, turn it over. That's a foul. I don't know why we're trying to play up the middle though.
Yeah, you guys have dominated the ball, but we've done a good job of keeping you away from any real dangerous chances, which is.
Yeah, I mean that one defensive header that almost went in, it could have been a own goal. That was really the only thing that really tested the keeper. He had to, full stretch on that one.
I didn't see you're playing striker for you.
I don't even know, dude. So I'm not a normal guy.
I have it right here. I don't know why. Sorry. I can't even pronounce his name.
Not even somebody I don't think that I saw in the Gold Cup or the.
Sabatu, is that right?
Yeah, I haven't heard of him.
Oh.
I don't know. Gonna get a yellow card there. Tactical foul. It's got to be hot, man. It's got to be like something like probably 70, 78 degrees out there right now. Nighttime, Nashville. It's like daytime temps in the UK, isn't it? What's the temperature where you're at right now, Scott?
Oh, I have to convert it. It was 29 today. Don't know what that goes to.
29, that's like 70.
80, 84, 85, 84, yeah. Google says.
Yeah.
It's been hot all summer for us. Because it's been hot. I say hot. If you're down where you guys are, it's not close.
I mean, where are you at right now, though? I mean, like right now, it's still almost 80 degrees where I'm at right now, and it's 9 o'clock at night.
Let's see. Right now, 26, so not much difference.
Yeah.
From the day. So 26 is about 78. Now I'm 2 hours behind, right? So it's 7 o'clock. So
yeah, 78 degrees. That's about what it is. A little close to 2 degrees cooler where I'm at.
But it's hot. Like the other night, it was below freezing overnight for us.
Oh yeah.
On the last weekend. So our weather is not great here. It's only when we get to talk to the English guys that I get to feel good about our weather.
So Mr. K says basically Canada need 10 more Alphonso Davies. 0-0. The U.S. is dominating possession still, but
who's playing?
Canada and the U.S. Canada and the U.S.
Big game.
Yeah, big game. World Cup qualifier.
Big.
You notice that all the Canadian boys, except for Scott here, all decided they had better things to do tonight than to watch their national team. So, I know Brian Ireland, Cody Mack. I don't know where they're at, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really watching the match. I just wanted to jump on some kind of a Spurs stream because I'm sitting here working and it's a bit quiet.
Sit around chatting. We're just kind of chatting as we're watching. Not super serious. Danny Kiriakis says Cody Mack is a traitor. That's true. He is. He's just a Spurs fan,
Danny
right?
Kiriakou is in my bad books.
He's in your bad books.
Kiriakou is in my bad books. He's very close to going. He's very close to going on my list.
Why's that?
He's very close to going on my list. I'm telling you. Because I've known him since day one of all this YouTube family. I invited him to come on to my transfer show, which went on for 4 hours. He doesn't come on, but he goes on the cheese room one. I'm telling you, he's one move away from being struck off my list, man.
Danny Kiriakou, you're getting called out, my friend. You're getting called out. You're getting called out. Traitor.
Traitor-ish. That was traitor-ish.
He said he's on Stell's list. Woohoo! Ha ha. Jojo Dest is bossing people on the right.
Danny, I said
thing...
you're close to being on the list.
He says, you never asked me to go on your show. Don't lie to it, man. Remember your place.
I never get a show. Don't lie to it, man. Remember your place. Does he want me to cut and paste the WhatsApp message that he received from me and put it on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook to prove him wrong? Is that where he wants?
Probably.
Don't lie, my man. Don't lie.
As your favorite person said, you're a Greek toilet cleaner.
I was just about to say, still, you didn't get into any Twitter wars today, but I guess the day's not over.
It's quite funny because I was blocked by Last Word on Spurs for something they did, and today they unblocked me. I don't. Obviously, maybe they didn't like the kind of. To be honest, I don't know what they've done, and I don't care. I was watching Last Word on Spurs today. I found it a bit frustrating because they had two guys from the Spurs Supporters Trust actually talking good stuff. It's the first time I actually heard them still calling out Levy and still calling out Enoch. But my issue with that is, where were you when we were trying to protest against it and start a movement? Where, you weren't promoting the protest, you weren't telling everyone to come to the protest, but they turned up at the protest to hand out leaflets to promote their trust. So it's kind of like a bit of hypocrisy what was going on. And, you got people on that show nodding their heads, agreeing with them. I'm like, why are you all agreeing with them, but you don't come to the protest when we want to take action again? I just found it all a bit weird. I'm not going to lie. I just found it all a bit odd. But then again, I'm speaking logic, and logic doesn't ask Will about logic.
Well, too, you know what bugs me a little bit about our signing of Emerson Royale that kind of goes along with this, with your topic there, is Serginho Dest, who's the U.S. men's national team international. He's good, but I'm not impressed by him. Right? Like man, he's great. And Emerson Royale couldn't even start over him. So what are we missing? What is the board missing in their scouting department right now?
Well, Paratici's the one that's brought him in, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, they bought him in because he's cheap, right? It was like we had a day left in the transfer window, and you go to Barcelona because they're doing a bargain bin, closeout sale after. And so it's like you're just going there to see what you can get. I mean, that's basically what they said happened, right? That's what Alistair Gold said would happen.
Yeah, a lot of red flags based on other signings that we've made, right? Barcelona's ready to get rid of him. They're motivated to get rid of him. Oh, we can come in and sign him. And if he's not great, well, we can figure it out later. But the most important thing is we can get him on a deal.
Off the post.
Do you think he's better than Aurier and Doherty and Tanganga at right back?
I don't think he's better than Aurier. I don't.
I haven't seen enough from him to say.
Well, if he's not better than
I just
Aurier,
don't
we've got a problem.
I just don't see how he can be that good if he's getting in. If he can't get into Barcelona's team over Serginho Dest, who's down injured right now for the United States. I mean, Dest is a good player, but he's not great. Right? Like, Dest kind of reminds me of Trippier, but he's better on the ball than Trippier. He's a better dribbler than Trippier, right? So, like, Trippier was good, but he wasn't great.
Is the game is the game on now, live?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's on live.
Because I can hear this music playing in the background.
Yeah, it's just the music. I got the music.
You got music
on.
playing? Okay, no, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm listening to the stream. You can't hear it.
That's cool. Nice. Yeah, and I just wanted to check whether it was my phone playing up or you actually were doing that on purpose.
Yeah, when I was on by myself, it makes more entertaining for people when I don't speak. They at least get music out of it. They're talking about Christian Pulisic
So I
while
was
they're
watching
here.
Tommy talks ball earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Tommy talks ball earlier on, and there were quite a lot of fans predicting that we're going to beat Chelsea, and I'm just thinking, wow, that's
We're gonna beat Chelsea.
I think Chelsea are pretty good. They're my favorite.
I've got them to win the league this season.
You think so?
Yeah.
Me too. I think they're going to win the league.
I
don't want it to happen, but the depth of their team is like nobody else is even close. I don't think.
Yeah, I assumed City was going to get a striker, so I had them at the start of the year. I thought they would win it, but I don't think if they're going with this Ferran Torres Jesus plan, that's going to be good enough to beat Chelsea.
I think United's going to be up there too. Even though they look shaky starting off, I think Ronaldo's going to come in there. And, I mean, because that was really one of the things that they were lacking was a leader. Just from the leader point of view, I mean, they're going to be a massive.
Oh, Dest is coming off.
Yeah, he got a knock or an injury or something.
So America, you drew your last game, right?
Yeah, we drew our last game against El Salvador 0-0. Basically, the winner of this game here automatically moves up into the qualified position. So 4 people from CONCACAF qualify. Top positions 1, 2, and 3 automatically get in, and then teams 4 and 5 have to do a playoff. Right now, Mexico's sitting on 6 points.
So
Panama's sitting on 4 points.
Tonight?
If we draw tonight, we'll be sitting in we'll be tied with 4 or 5 other nations for 3rd spot. I mean, we are looking.
Really it doesn't.
Yeah, we are a lot better than we're looking a lot better than we did last night. That was a horrible cross. It's almost like he was switching play. Oh, that was decent.
Have you,
Oh. The Jets got to stop trying to hit
have
those
you guys
shots
got
on
any
the volley.
updates?
On what?
Have you got any Romero and Lo Celso?
The last time I read an article not too long ago that said that they'll most likely have to pay a fine. And that Brazil, that they're not sure exactly who they're going to declare the winner of the match there or not. But apparently, a CONMEBOL washed their hands of it. But like they're saying that there's a possibility that they could hold him for 14 days in Brazil, make him, do whatever. But
Oh, great.
if they end up missing, 24 days, it's going to be ridiculous. Why didn't they just stop him from going?
Well, I mean, don't you have people employed by the team to be in charge of these administrative duties? Like every club has to ensure that all the rules and regulations are being met by someone's employed to do that job. So how have they missed this? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. The club should be sending players, especially in times like this. There should have some kind of manager, or player manager, or you know what I mean. They should have guys that they send with players in case they need something or do whatever. You know what I mean? Because that would be far better than paying a guy's hotel bill and travel fees and paying him 100 quid a year, 100,000 quid a year. Or you probably wouldn't even have to do that much. You could probably get somebody to do it for 30, 35. Just be kind of like a player manager, make sure they're following all the rules. They got all their stuff together. Per country that goes internationally.
They had
like a player concierge.
Yeah, that makes sense, man.
They had similar things for me when I used to work overseas in oil business, and when I would go to a country, they'd say, "Here's your we're getting your visa ready for you. Here's some things I might have had to do on my own or have ready. This is exactly what you have to do. Lay it all out, right?" And that's for me, a peon worker. I got to think that these.
Yeah, I mean, when I was the same thing when I worked for a company, and we used to go, even though we were in Asia and we were going to China, we had our company had a branch office in China, and somebody from the China branch office would come pick us up from the airport, take us to our hotel, and pick us up in the morning to go to the factories, and then they would be there to help translate and talk, even though most of the factories had one person who spoke English, you know what I mean? So, I mean, there was always a person that was there to make sure that, we weren't getting beaten or, that what we wanted to eat for lunch was available. I don't understand why they don't do that either. Or you should be a part of the scouting department, because then you're traveling with those players to that country. You're watching those international matches, right? They should just have a scout that follows them around on international duty.
Exactly.
I'm sure the club employs people that they send across the world to go watch matches, don't they?
I would think, but I didn't.
Yeah, overseas scouts.
Was it just the Spurs guys, or was it also Martinez and Buendia, or just? Did I only hear about Spurs because I only care?
No, it was the two Aston Villa players and the two Spurs players. Those were the only UK-based Argentina players.
The only reports I heard of people getting in trouble in Brazil were Romero and Lo Celso. So I didn't know if that's only because everybody reporting it that I've seen is
no.
Spurs
Martinez and
focused,
Buendia also were.
They did too. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed, but I hadn't seen it, so I thought I'd just double check.
Yep. And so apparently, too, on their way back, they were going to try to get by the UK rules by going to a amber country, staying there for 10 days, and then coming back. That way, they wouldn't have to quarantine in a UK hotel or whatever. That's another thing I don't understand either, because for a hotel to be... Say what?
I was going to say that's what a lot of people in the UK do when they went on holiday this summer. They went to countries that were to get over the rule. They go to red list countries, or and what they do is they'd fly to an amber zone country, stay there for 10 days, and then come back. So they'd extend their holiday in another destination. So they wouldn't have to quarantine when they got back.
Yeah.
And the best thing is, when you get back, you have to do a test, but you only upload the results of your test onto the government portal if you're positive. But the thing is, the system is based on you being honest about your result. So if you're positive, you just don't say nothing.
So why even have the regulation in the first place? It's so dumb. Well, I mean, not only that, but and that's what I agree, Bob. And I haven't looked at the chat in a while, so it is halftime in the US in this match here. So, that's what I figured, man. Brazil's already ticked off that Argentina beat them in the Copa America, right? Because for them, that's the second biggest competition outside the World Cup, right? On an international level. And then you got none of the Brazilian players from the UK were allowed to travel. But the Argentina players were. And so, is what it is.
Mexico beat Costa Rica.
But yeah, so I mean, or they just come to the United States. I mean, I don't understand why they need to go to some weird country.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, because you just come here, you could train, you could do whatever. I mean, we have facilities here. You know what I mean? We could, do whatever you want to do. I don't understand why vaccinated people need to quarantine in the first place. It does stink of politics, man. That's why the Brazilians, cops come and got them. So I said, it's just South, like I said that in the Twitter group, right? Like, this is South America, right? Problems like this can be solved with a little bit of cash.
Yeah.
Not cops walking out on the pitch after the match starts. Like, they were doing it on purpose because they could have picked him up in the dressing room beforehand. You know what I mean? You could have picked them up out of the dressing room beforehand. You didn't need to walk out on the pitch after the match started.
Didn't the Brazilian government handle COVID terribly, like at the start or something?
Yeah.
Weren't they like ridiculously?
Yeah, no lockdowns and all kinds.
Yeah, they still have Bolsonaro or whatever his name is, right? They were like one of the kind of like Trump, but it's not real or whatever it was. So
right, but so in Brazil too, all of their COVID restrictions are based on countries that have restricted them. So it's all about like a tooth for tooth. Yeah, retaliatory.
Oh, that's a good way to make health policy.
Yeah, because they're on UK's red list. UK is on their red list. Right. Even though the UK doesn't have the issues that they're having. The people who are on Brazil's red list are the people that have Brazil on their red list. But
it's all a scam. It's all a scam. Everyone's making up as they go along.
Yeah, I mean, if these guys are in a bubble and they're also vaccinated, why do they even need to quarantine 14 days? Right? Like, they took a test. They have those tests now. They can tell you within 2 or 3 days if you don't have COVID, right? 2 or 3 days after, why not just isolate them in the Spurs training center? And that's the other thing I don't understand. British hotels that are qualified to be that are simply hotels who are registered for that by the NHS. But we've worked with the NHS very closely through this. Why can't they get Hotspur Away registered as one of those hotels? Right? Harry Kane isolated in Hotspur Away for 10 days.
I've got no idea, Will.
like you think if you got players, you got international players, they're going to travel overseas, right? They're going to do all these things. The club should be on top of this stuff, right? Rather than letting their assets go get arrested off the pitch. An international match. Daniel Levy was probably raging. I'd like to see him lose his cool. I'd like to see what that looks like.
He probably doesn't. Probably doesn't know how to. Probably no one takes him seriously if he loses it. It's like, just sit down, shut up.
I mean, could you imagine though getting a phone call from the, hey boss, we're in the clanger.
We're in a prison cell in Rio de Janeiro. Do you know anyone that can get us out, please?
Well, thank you, LJPH. This stream is a little bit. We're doing a little bit of a watch along here, so it's not going to be as entertaining as normal. But
You would think this kind of thing would be what Daniel Levy would be good at, though, right? Like protecting the club, protecting his money. If Romero and Lo Celso are out for any extended amount of time, that hurts us, potentially risks him financially. I would have thought he would be all over this kind of thing. I mean, we got to take
100%.
so much bad with him. This is one of the good things. We should have benefited from him, but
should have.
I think Bob asked about, do Spurs have any blame in here? And we were talking about it on Eugene's channel, I think last week, and it's hard. I don't know enough of the details, and I think it's hard. They seemed pretty hell-bent that they were going no matter what was going on, and I don't know how much we gain on getting into a fight with them and pissing them off. But it seems like other clubs didn't, like Liverpool didn't release
Their Brazilian
Alvino
players
and Ederson,
yeah,
and Jesus.
Allison, Jesus. So, yeah, no, but I mean, for me, it's like, what do you? How are you gonna? I mean, Spurs could have not let them go, but that you're risking pissing them off, right? So, I mean.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
We're going to cancel your contracts or we're going to suspend. Like, I mean, then you're just hurting yourself at the end. I don't know what they could.
Yeah. But apparently, something like FIFA was going to start fining people who didn't let them go. You know what I mean? I guess maybe they felt that like I can understand why they're letting Giovanni Lo Celso go. It's not like we play him anyway. I'm not too concerned about that one, to be honest with you. But
well, I like him a lot better than you do. But even if we're not playing in Dembele though, and we don't have Lo Celso, then Winks is our number one midfield replacement. That's a little scary.
well, I mean, you probably got Mora, you've got Hill, you've got a bunch of different people that can switch around and play and roll in there and play in that midfield spot, right? So.
Yeah, it just would require a different tactic, right? Because I don't think Hill can go in and play the same role that any of the three guys are playing right now, which is fine because I would like to see them change that and have a more attacking player in there.
Some play pool in the chat now. Let's see. That should be better, and it shouldn't cut off near as much now. I'm trying to get my sound gate worked out because I am working. I'm in in my studio now. It's not near as noisy from outside of the room, so I probably don't need the noise gate on there near as much as I have it. Then I can sit further back from the mic, and you guys can still hear me. I don't have to be all up on it like this.
Probably
Mr. Case. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it probably makes it easier for a watch along if you can kind of sit back because you're not talking all the time. So if you can sit back I imagine you'd prefer that.
Yeah, I can turn my chair sideways and run on that camera over there if I need to, but halftime. The U.S. has maybe look at the little stats here on this match here. The U.S. has had 76 possession to 24% possession for Canada. U.S. has had 5 total shots, 1 on target. Canada has had 3 total shots, 1 on target. 2 corner kicks for each team. 6 fouls for each team. 2 yellow cards for the U.S., 1 for Canada. And both teams have had one big chance and missed it. Although the U.S.'s big chance was far better chance. The 2 shots for Canada on their big chances were pretty poor.
I'm hoping we see a change. I'm hoping Buchanan comes on for Hoylett and Jonathan David comes on, but I'm not holding my breath on that. Herdman is a kind of a, well, again, from what I've read, he does a lot of things that people really love, but then every once in a while he does things that drive people nuts, our coach. So we'll see. I think he's definitely done a great job. He's taken Canada up a level for sure from where they were before he came here, but now I think some of his lineup decisions frustrate people.
Yeah. So win for either country, like even right now, if they were to continue to draw, Canada would currently be in 3rd place, based on goals. You guys drew 1-1 with Honduras, right? So, but nobody else. So I mean, really, it looks like if Honduras is sitting on 2 points, even if we were to draw this match, all we would have to really do is beat Honduras at Honduras. In order to qualify, and there's 2 more events, isn't there? Like this isn't the final one, right?
I think I'm trying to figure out how they've changed it from what it used to be, right? It's always so dumb. I don't know. I remember back, what was it used to be, the hub or something like that, and you try to figure it out then.
Yeah, there was only 6 teams, I think, then, right? And then, so they've increased that to 8. So what all it really does is give the teams that are strong in CONCACAF an extra opportunity to get more points. I think they felt bad or they had a hard time with the United States not qualifying.
Yep.
And
well, didn't you guys like automatically qualify to this, or did you actually have to qualify in the previous round?
No, we did. We simply got straight into this one.
Yeah, and we had to qualify. I know that. I mean, I think we played some Martinique or someone, beat them 15-1, so it wasn't like a difficult qualification, but
yeah, no, we got straight in because we won the Nations League tournament. And I think if you're gonna win 2 tournaments in there, you should just automatically qualify for the World Cup. Because those are all CONCACAF tournaments, right? So,
well, after seeing the ESL with the professional clubs, how long till we see similar things for the World Cup, right? You think FIFA wants US in the World Cup so they get that US audience? Certainly rather have the US in the World Cup than El Salvador
or Jamaica or something like that.
Those clubs,
Costa Rica
or those countries. I think the U.S. will. I think you guys will qualify fairly easily, especially with Jamaica having 2 losses already.
Yeah. unless we lose tonight. Like if somehow you guys pull off a goal in the second half and nick the 3 points. I mean, that would probably hurt.
Yeah, even with a draw, like I don't. You guys are better than most of the teams, if not. I mean, arguably all of them, right? Mexico.
But I mean, they had said that before though too, and it was like, you know, because we had that. That's why we didn't qualify, because they were too cocky. I mean, they go into can't remember what's Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, yes. I was trying to think of who it was.
Yeah, in 2018, and end up drawing when all we needed to do, or end up losing, I think 1-0, and all we needed to do was draw in order to qualify. And it was so dumb. The second half, as kicked off.
Yeah, I guess it's easier for me to say, not having lived through that as a fan like you have, so I don't have the scars from the last time. I can kind of say, oh yeah, it'll be easy for you guys to qualify, where you had to to live through that last time, and it was easy to qualify, and you didn't.
Well, it had been easy to qualify for the last 3 or 4 World Cups in a row, but I mean, it was got PTSD now, so it's like anytime we play anyone in any type of World Cup qualifying or anything like that, it always makes me nervous. Like, here's a good ball into the box from Canada right now. That number 11 guy kind of reminds me of like Eric Lamela or Brian Hill. There's a lot of players I don't know from here, like that I didn't see in either of those tournaments. I don't know why the U.S. does that. Why you play 2 international tournaments and do really well, and then you know what, world qualifying time, let's bring in a bunch of people who haven't played in the last month or 2 months. Weird.
Yeah, I'm not a big follower of the U.S. team, but there's a lot of guys here who I thought I knew them better than I did, because there's a lot of guys like I said, that the guy who I guess is playing striker for you, I never heard of him. But I don't watch MLS. Maybe that's why. Maybe if I watched MLS, I'd know a lot more. But
I mean, I even watched like, okay, so Brendan Aronson, I hadn't seen him play ever in any of those 2 tournaments, right? Jordan Sibiachu, I've never seen play, right? So Keelan Acosta, Tyler Adams, Sebastian Legit, I know who those guys are, right? Antonio Robinson, John Brooks, Miles Robinson, and Serginho Dest. I know who that guy, Matt Turner, he played in the Gold Cup. He was a keeper in the Gold Cup. Christian Pulisic, obviously I know who he is, but those other 2 guys that are starting, I have no idea who they are. None. Somebody's down there on the ground for Canada.
yeah, he's gonna lie there for a while.
Gets back up once he's on. So he's a big boy, dude. Like, what is he doing playing football in the first place? Like, did he like come to the training camp thinking he was trying out for like the CFL? And
Lauren is like grew up in the States, I thought. Or no, there's a different one. No, I don't know. He was like a really highly rated young kid, and then he had some trouble. He got a DUI, got in some trouble. Didn't kind of, I don't know if I'm remembering right. He kind of almost washed out of the MLS, but then went to Turkey somehow. He's a weird story. I'm probably getting
like Junior Hoylett. That guy's
up.
huge.
Oh, Hoylett, yeah. Well, he's been in England for so long, right? Playing in the Championship and.
He's big. Like, how do you get that big?
He didn't used to be. I know, like when he first came up, he was because he's like 5'5" or something like that. He used to be like a little speed demon, but now he's over 30, and I think he's doing a lot more off the field than he is training for the field. Because I've been kind of surprised when I look at him. He looks a little bit bigger than I had remembered when I used to watch back 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Apparently, who is that? Stefan Acosto Or is it Mark Anthony K who got the elbow to the head that's down in the midfield now, being stretchered off?
Canada, their defender's off right now, but he looks. I was looking away. I didn't see that. I was trying to read up about Hoylett to see what happened with him, but it doesn't. They don't give you any good information. But he's playing now in for Reading, however we always say those ones wrong. Mr. K, I'm sure will correct me.
15. So that's Daniel Henry. Daniel Henry caught an elbow to the head.
He's back out now.
This looks like a plan from the U.S., letting Canada have more of the ball. No, we're dominating possession, Mr. K. It's actually even gone up. Now it's 73%. It was 72. I guess for the second half, it's 56-44. Horrible pass in front of the box. Probably just tired. Tyler Adams, he's a boss too in the midfield. That's what really makes me mad that the McKinney. What did he do? Like, did he knowingly break the COVID? Like, and how is he the only one on the team that did it? Right? Like, you'd think that if he was going to break COVID protocols, it would be because he had been going out with a buddy. You know what I mean? Like, how do you break COVID protocols by yourself? Like, I don't understand how that happens. How can Weston McKennie sit there and violate COVID protocols by himself when I have no idea. Second half, 53 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Still 0-0. The United States isn't looking too dangerous. Out in the midfield then. U.S. on the break here. Ball coming into the box. Goal! United States goes up 1-0 in the 55th minute. While Mr. Scott is taking a break.
No, I came back. Right about when that goal went on, and I'm like, I'm just going to stay on mute till Will sees the goal because it'll just be expletives coming out of my mouth and he'll know what's coming.
Gotcha. 1-0 is a good ball across the box. To be honest with you, it was really the only opportunity that we've produced. Aronson, you beauty, the guy I've never heard of.
I was actually about to come back and say the U.S. were starting to look frustrated, and then they go and pull that off. So,
good ball though. Good ball across. Good ball in from Acosta. Good cross. He barely got it too, like on his heel. A lot of pace. Just happened to be in the right spot at the right time. Poor defending though. Poor defending. Nobody really got in front of him.
Yeah, that's it. That's what happens to us too often. Is they get slightly out of position, and then they just They don't recover well, and it's just a mess back there.
Well, it didn't look like anybody was tracking the runner at all. You know?
Yeah, it was. He was open. Looked like there was plenty of guys. Whoever was the guy who crossed it was wide open. Then Aronson's able to run in there free, and I don't know if any defender had anyone.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our star players are out tonight, man. That's why. Gio Reyna's out with a hamstring injury. Weston McKennie is out because he violated COVID protocol all by himself, apparently. I don't know how that happens. The only people that you would know that are on the pitch right now, Christian Pulisic, Sergio Dest. Yeah, like even then, it's tough. Like you may have heard of Tyler Adams. He's good. So Christian Pulisic, Tyler Adams, Serginho Dest are the only top players that we have playing for us right now. So that with that goal, that dropped Canada down to 6th. World Cup qualifying table. But El Salvador should be a team you should be able to beat. But if you're playing them in, are you playing them in El Salvador?
Sorry, I had to walk away again.
No
You're
problem.
asking about Canada.
Are they playing in El Salvador, or are you guys playing at home?
No, we're playing at home next game in El Salvador. In Toronto.
Yeah, so you'll want to get the 3 points there. And El Salvador should be a team that you should beat. I mean, we were very toothless that night. I mean, no balls in, possession-wise, too. It was pretty bad. We were giving them ball away all the time.
Yeah, the problem for us is there's almost no team theoretically. But if we're going to qualify, that's the team we should beat. If we can't beat El Salvador, we're not going to qualify. So this game, honestly, U.S. in away, we can afford to lose it if we go and beat the weaker teams. But would have been nice to get a point, especially with you guys missing some of your better guys, like you were saying. But
yeah, corner here for the United States. Christian Pulisic tried to do a crossover and put a ball in, trying to hype the crowd up. Mr. K says Canada has some hench defenders. I don't know what hench means, but
yeah. And after I said I was glad Kennedy was in, he was the one who made the bad mistake to give the ball away there. So I guess it's
ball coming in. We scored a lot of goals off set pieces lately. So out for another corner. One of those good headers that kind of like sends the ball across the box. Although there really wasn't anybody on the back end of it. One more time. It's a better ball in. Brooks. How does the keeper not grab that?
He's not very good. I think he's in the Bolivian league or the Slovakian league.
Why don't we get wide receivers or tight ends to be goalkeepers or something like that? You know what I mean? Like those guys, they got hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you think about all the wide receivers. Those guys seem like they would be kind of the great, like Calvin Johnson, 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5",
230
6'6".
pounds, but can run a 4.40. Like, yeah, I'll take him on any sport.
You know what I mean? Hands, people they can, you think you'd be you know, now granted the reaction time is not near as necessary and is being a wide receiver as it is to be a goalkeeper, but oh, there you go, tied it up.
Again, another player. Now it's the player I've been criticizing all game. Shows why I'm not an international manager.
Yeah, that was poor defending from the U.S. right there.
If he would have missed that one, then that would have been. I would have just turned it off.
The guy from Canada standing up in the thing, and the girlfriend yelling at him, shaking her head. Get down, you idiot.
Was that Brooks that let him go?
Yeah. Brooks totally let him go.
What do you think of him as a defender?
He's horrible.
I watched him in Germany, and I wasn't impressed at all.
No, he's horrible. I hate him.
I think he's the one. He plays in Germany, right?
He needs to be, you know, Brooks let him completely go. Nobody else was over there picking him up. Like, what is Brooks doing? He's just sleeping. Like, you didn't know that ball was coming across the face of goal. Well, you're back up in third now, but that also puts us in fourth.
Well, at least I'm used to watching my team try to hold on to a 1-1 game with 30 minutes left to play.
Yeah, there's still a lot of game left, huh? That's the problem. Neither team's made any substitutions yet, though.
Here we go. Canada's bringing on David and Buchanan now.
And why didn't they start? Were they injured or something?
I was trying to read about it, and I haven't seen it. I think it's just because of the experience level. That's the only thing I can think of, because I mean, Jonathan David.
So you benched two really good players because they're not experienced enough? Kind of weird.
I don't know.
Kind of weird, Canada.
Like, Jonathan David is starting last year for Lyon as they win Ligue 1, and I know it's Ligue 1, but that's better than playing in the Turkish league, isn't it? I don't know. He's got something like 15 goals in 16 games for us too.
I mean, just pace-wise too. He's got to be better than Hoyle. It took the keeper a really long time to come out of his box to collect that ball. What was he doing? Sleeping back there? Napping?
I haven't been. I like the guy we had playing for us in the Gold Cup. He's not nearly. I don't know where he plays, because he probably plays in the MLS. But he was really good. He made some great saves for us. But this other guy's been there for years, and he plays in Europe, even if it is like I said, I think it's the Slovakian league he plays in. But
that was a cheeky foul.
Oh, he plays for Serbia, Red Star Belgrade. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he looked familiar. I thought I'd seen him before. Kick it out of bounds. That's good. Yeah, I mean, that makes me. I mean, Honduras is definitely a tougher side, but right now they've drawn twice. So that's got to make you feel a little uncomfortable though about El Salvador, right? They've drawn both of us. I said El Salvador. They're no.
That's right. He plays for Lille, not Lille. Sorry. Reload. Got it there. We got my French.
Brooks again.
Celtics.
Getting outrun by a tank. You got some tanks on your team, man. 20. Who's this guy?
20. That's Jonathan David. For us.
Why is he so big? I don't remember him being that big. Has he always been that big?
Yeah. I don't. He wasn't that. He was never that small. I mean, I think he's pretty young. 22. So maybe he's filled out a little bit. 21.
Jonathan David, but I mean, he looks chunky. He doesn't look chunky in his photo. It looks like, Lukaku or something like that. That was a yellow card. Christian Pulisic always gets beat up. Grass all over his face, shirt's all muddied. It's probably why he never wants to play for the U.S. men's national teams, because every time he does, they end up. People just keep coming after him because he's the only person they know.
I think these Canadian defenders, from what I've seen, have realized the CONCACAF refs will let you hack some of those guys down, and will let you get away. Well, who knows what they'll let you do, because it's
why is he wasting time with 68 minutes left, or with 68 minutes? That's something you do in the 80th, not now. Goalkeeper falling on the ground and laying there for 15 minutes. Oh, that was stupid. That was decent recovery. Let's go ball out. What? What was that?
yellow card.
For what?
I haven't seen the replay, but they're fighting about it now. Yeah, they're going to show the replay.
They've got to.
Yeah. It's a dumb play by number 4.
Tyler Adams.
You can debate whether it's a yellow card or not, but it is dumb.
Acosta, he always causes trouble, dude. That guy cracks me up, man. He makes me laugh. He'll go into a scruff and then he'll say something to somebody and then get him to react. Tyler Adams plays the ball and body checks him. Shoulder to shoulder. I don't think it's a yellow card.
It was no need for him to do that at all.
No,
that's one of the ones that
foul.
drive me nuts because it makes the ref gives the refs a chance to make a call like that, right? Where he didn't need to.
Yeah, it was a stupid foul. He didn't need to do that though, but it wasn't a yellow card.
No,
just definitely a foul.
I don't think it's a yellow card. I just think it's a dumb play. It's funny because that's the kind of play you see in hockey all the time. Those cheap little hits like that, but they don't get called, right? Usually they let them go, but so it made me laugh. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that's a pure hockey defenseman move right there. I've done it, or a forward coming back. I've done it a few times in my youth. It's a cheap little hit like that.
Normally shoulder to shoulder stuff, they usually don't. They usually don't call.
Oh, Davies is
It was lucky though for Canada because you guys were caught open there. The ball was played out to the left successfully. It was a good counterattack building there.
I'm not listening to the. I don't have the volume of the game on, so I didn't hear the whistle that obviously the defender did because he stopped, and I was just about to lose my mind. I'm like, why are you stopping? You already were bad enough letting him go, but oh.
Look at the angles. They're so bad. Careful, Tyler Adams. You're already on yellow. Oh, it's good defense. It's good again for him, but he lost it again. Davies looks like he's really kind of filled out. He's a lot bigger and looks stronger than he used to. He used to be a wiry fella.
Oh, he's on that Bayern plan. He looks tiny for a Bayern player, right? Compared to Lewandowski and Goretzka, all those pictures, right, of those guys.
I mean, like this right now. I haven't seen him play. I haven't watched any of the German league this season, but I mean, from last season when I saw him, he looks a lot thicker. Oh, it looks like he's injured.
Oh, yeah. He's saying sub. Oh, that's not good.
He does seem to have a lot of injury problems too, doesn't he?
What's that?
He seems to have a lot of injury issues too, doesn't he? He tends to be in and out of the side quite a bit.
Yeah, I know he doesn't. He definitely. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, never mind. He doesn't come for a lot of the lower level games. I know they said, and now that we're starting to play games that are important, hopefully they said he'll be coming back more often. Although I guess when you're playing, I don't know, Barbados or some of those countries, it might not be that appealing to come and risk injury.
'73rd minute. Still 1-1. UK says time for the US to show its quality. It's crunch time. Oh, come on, dude. You gotta play a better header than that. Your keeper's already wasting time, dude.
Yeah, it's like I said. I think we set up for 0-0, and now we'll take 1-1.
Why not go for the win? It's pretty obvious that we're not doing that great right now.
I mean, I guess he did. He brought on 2 attack.
We need to make some subs.
players.
We haven't even substituted anyone yet. What are you doing, Craig Berhalter?
Just
make a substitution.
Said, right?
No, he's going to do like he did yesterday and bring on 4 subs at once, which completely screws up the flow of the team. Drives me insane. Sub some people. Come on.
There's the Davies sub. He's coming off now.
Osorio. Tyler Adams is one too, who I can't remember exactly what team he plays for in Europe right now. RB Leipzig, I think.
Yeah.
And He tends to always be out on injury too for most U.S. men's national team competitions. Seems like mostly European guys too. Christian Pulisic is never really in the side. It's like they don't care about playing for the U.S. men's national team as much as they do their clubs. Which I guess if you're a club fan of the, if they play for a club you're a fan of, that's probably something you appreciate. Because I always hate it when our players go. What's Mr. Clay staying so close to? How far behind is he?
He's ahead.
Or how ahead is he then?
He's probably like 30 seconds to a minute.
I haven't seen anything that's been close. Unless this is what's close here, this play here. Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say that's so close. The ball across the box, face the goal from Buchanan. Is that what he was saying?
I assume so, yeah. But you see that play, like that's why I wanted Buchanan on instead of Hoylett. Could you imagine Hoylett going that fast around somebody?
No,
not a chance.
He
right?
couldn't. Yeah, he should. Buchanan should have been starting from the very beginning. It was a mistake from your manager. If you end up losing this match, it's down to your coach's selection. Who is your coach anyway?
John Herdman. He's from New Zealand. He had a lot of success with our women's team, which is pretty good, right? They won the Olympics this year, and they had done. Oh, it's a good thing I don't have the screen on, or you'd see me grabbing my head all the time. Yeah, our coach, he was the women's team coach and had a lot of success. And then he came over to coach us in the men's. And like I said, from what I've heard, he raised us up a level now that we're actually able to be here, where before we wouldn't even have qualified. So
I think that it comes to the what are they, penalty here or something?
I was hoping for a penalty there.
Oh, it's outside the box. I don't know if that's even a foul. He got inside of him, right? Once you get inside of him, you don't have to worry if they fall over you or not. Why is it way back there?
Well, he didn't call a foul. He said no foul. He let them, and then there was a different foul that got the free kick.
Acosta, man, dude. That dude is, if you talk about shithousery, there's no one better, man. I'm telling you.
And if he is, the Canadians like to get into it. The Mexicans kind of did it to them in the game we played against them in the Gold Cup, and the Canadians they'd bite, they'd go right into it, which is good. I mean, they didn't back down, but it kind of.
I mean, he worked you up on purpose, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what he does. Especially if you got a car, dude.
Yeah, you're going to see some Jose ball now, Mr. K. Canada's going to defend.
Christian's trying to do there. Little cheeky flicks. Right in the middle of the pitch, too. It's not like that stuff works on the edges of the box and stuff like that, but just outside the D.
Be a little more cute for the US than I noticed. Than Chelsea, I don't see him doing some of those same things.
Yeah, it's because he's cocky here. He thinks he's the best player in the world. I still don't understand why it's the 80th minute and we've made no substitutions. Right? Canada's made 4. We've made none. Now we're finally going to make one. With 10 minutes left to go. And we're bringing on Josh Sargent. Yeah, triple sub, Mr. K. That's what this guy does. Our manager is, right? Roldan should have been starting, first of all. So should have Conrad. Right? Far better. Josh Sargent's the redheaded clown. I don't like him at all. Josh Sargent. Now watch, he's going to score. after I rip him up, but I don't like him at all. Good, legit's coming off. He should have never even played in the first place. Ball into Joe Sargent, do something! What's Johnston doing there?
Oof.
Entertaining stuff right here.
Sorry.
Well, me too. I'm sitting there staring at the screen. Like... Yeah, the 1-1 with 6 minutes left. We're all sitting on the edge of our chairs here, folks. Folks at home, sorry. Josh Sargent. That's a foul.
I think the defender bailed him out a bit there. I think he's kind of running out of a dangerous spot.
Johnson looks like a turtle. Yeah, he didn't even touch the ball. And his foul, his back leg is what tripped him up. Free kick to the United States. Christian Pulisic's over the ball. Maybe about 25 yards outside. Worthless. Worthless. Mr. K, you're throwing too many spoilers in there. Time yourself up with us, Mr. K. You're watching from the UK, so it's easy for you to do so. A full minute ahead of me is what you are. I can speed mine up a little bit. Maybe I can. No.
Yeah, normally I can pause it and then, but every time I pause it here and I hit play, it just goes back to live on this stupid. I guess I could have gone and watched it on my actual TV, and I could have paused it, but then all you'd be hearing is kid noises in the background, so probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, I have like on my computer, I can pause it, and it'll stay. Can't do 15 seconds ahead though. So we're at 87.21 now.
You're at 87.21?
Yeah, 26, 27.
Oh, you're
28.
ahead of me now. How did that happen? Okay.
It reloaded.
Oh, okay. Because I'm only at 87.30 right now. So
There
you're
you
10
go.
seconds or 15 seconds ahead of me. So you can cheer for this goal that's going to go in. Oh, no. I missed. Oh, that was like a Traore. Kick it. Stand in front of the net and kick it out for a corner.
Oh, come on, get up. You don't have any cramps. What are you doing? Just wasting time. This guy's standing in front of the ball so he can't do a free kick. That's not even, he's got 10 yards. He looks so funny when he runs. Horrible defending from Brooks tonight. Cost us the goal. Come on, Josh. Oh, he's so useless. So useless. Dude, get the ball.
And then fall down. I always like that by the goalies grab the ball but then fall down.
Yeah, it's
Just to waste
wasting
more.
time. Well, it's because they can only hold the ball for 7 seconds when they're on their feet.
Ugh.
If the ball's touching the ground, then it's not considered in their hands. That's why they fall on it. I mean, we since he made those substitutions, we have been pressuring you guys more than we did for the majority of the second half. So I don't understand why he waited till there was only 10 minutes left in the match to play someone in, because you know they're going to set up in a low block and just ride the game out.
Yeah, it looks like you guys will probably just run out of time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if this game kept going, you guys would eventually score, but
That's what I'm saying. He waited, that clown right there waited too long to bring in substitutions to affect change in the match. I hate that one. Why is you as the manager, bring on one or something, right? One person, one guy to spark things up, a little bit more creative, who's got, a little bit more pace on the guy that he's playing against. Why do you wait to bring all three? Are you going to do Champions League fantasy? I just saw that exists. No, Champions League fantasy is kind of boring. I've played it a couple times, but it's not any fun. And now we're just lumping the ball up, hoping to get a corner kick. Ball in. Corner. There you go. What happened there? It's a good header. Maybe a little bit of foul going on. Foul action there, dude. He football tackled him. Did you see that? He football tackled him.
No, I'm just gonna see.
Number 3 took him down, bro. That's a penalty. You guys are getting lucky with one there.
Let's see. Oh, that's just both going for the ball there.
Yeah, go for the ball when the ball's completely behind the other guy. There's no way the defender was going to make it to the ball. There's no chance. Right. The attacker barely made it to the ball.
I was gonna say it makes up for the non-call in the Gold Cup, but I guess this game has a little more.
A little more weight
than the round robin of a Gold Cup match. So
that's it. It's done. You, sir, Mr. Greg Berhalter, cost us the match.
all right, well,
folks, Scott, thanks for joining me on the show. It's always great to have you on. And
sorry that I
watch.
got a little quiet. Well, I guess we both did it when it
We
got
both
tense
did.
at the end.
We
so.
should both apologize to the audience. The folks at home watching, if you weren't watching the match with us, we apologize for the lack of commentation there. But Canada is sitting in third place right now. United States sitting in fourth, both with 2 points. The reason why Canada is on third place is because they've scored 2 goals and we've only scored 1. And Canada plays El Salvador on, what is it, Tuesday?
On the 8th. So is that Tuesday? Yeah, all the games are on the same
Yeah,
day.
on Tuesday, I believe. I don't know what today. Today's the 5th, isn't it?
Yes.
The Wednesday. So they're all on Wednesday.
Commentation was done in the chats. The spoilers were done in the chats, Mr. K.
Yes, it was. On Wednesday, United States plays Honduras. I think in Honduras. Now he shows up. Where you been?
We don't need Cody, who will go here. Oh.
Should have taken all the points. No, you shouldn't have taken all the points. There was a couple of chances that you guys had, but if you had better quality up front, that it might have been a competition, right? But you guys don't. So,
if we had Jonathan David starting from, maybe he could have converted some of those. But
yeah,
I guess Lauren scored at the end there. So,
yep. And you know what? The U.S. we gotta start picking ourselves up. We're not going to qualify if we just continue to draw our way through this mess, right? Because one of these lower teams is going to end up beating a lower team, and they're going to end up jumping up in the table. That's what happens when the U.S. gets into this draw thing, where they just draw. It's a failure, right? So, like, the positive thing for Canada is you guys are going to go home, and your commentators and stuff like that, or people are going to say, "Good job," right? If people even commentate on your national team, but for us, it's going to be a cuss fest on media tonight.
yeah, I mean, I've been pretty positive about you guys qualifying, but the way to not qualify is to draw against lower ranked teams. Like you said, eventually, and I'm sure that's I don't know if that's what happened last time, but you start drawing these games, and then you do start to get yourself into trouble.
Cody was playing Scrabble with his wife, and he killed her. But don't kill your wife, Cody. So when the cops come, we have evidence now. We have a confession. But folks, it's been a fun time. Anything on Spurs we want to chat about before we go? We've got maybe 5-10 minutes.
I don't know. I'll say this. I was just starting to get more pumped for them. I was getting excited after the Watford game, and this international break's been kind of a downer.
It is a downer.
I'm ready for it to get back. Even though I now finally have an international team to start to get excited about. Yeah, I'm ready to have them back. Talk about the games. It seems like
Will this? Have you guys ever qualified for the World Cup?
Yeah, we qualified in Mexico in '86 because Mexico qualified automatically, so it was easier to qualify that year. And
Gotcha.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, we lost every game and didn't score a single goal.
Like fun, but you guys got a shot at qualifying this year, I think.
Yeah,
Especially
now
with Jamaica losing, because Jamaica's
Jamaica
usually the
losing.
only other team. Let's see, the only team that could really knock you out right now, especially if you guys beat El Salvador at home, you should have a pretty good shot at qualifying. Because even if we would have to beat, and I think there's more rounds to this, I'm not sure, because we haven't played Mexico, we haven't played Panama, we haven't played. I think there's another group of this.
Let's see.
There's
The main
another
thing-
leg. In the event that two or more teams finish with an equal number of points, the following rules break the tie: 1 goal difference, 2 goals scored, 3 head-to-head.
Well, this might just be it. It goes on till March.
Yeah, there's more.
Oh well. My hope is that, honestly, is that Mexico and U.S. beat everybody, win every one of their games except against us. We get draws against Mexico and U.S. and then try to beat the other teams. That's really the path for us, the easiest path, right? Mexico, U.S. they just qualify no problem. They go way out ahead of everybody, and then we try to sneak in there at the end.
We're not though, man. We got to beat Honduras. If we don't beat Honduras, it could look like we're not again. If we don't qualify again, heads will roll. They'll roll. I mean, we have more international players or European players than any other team in CONCACAF. If we're not qualifying, then it's all the manager's fault. I'm telling you, these kids get so dang cocky when we play these little South American country teams that they lose their minds. And Greg Berhalter keeps playing these older players from MLS because they have experience when their quality is just poor. In fact, the best that I've seen the U.S. men's national team do is when all of our average age is like 24. That's the best I've seen us play. Like the older guys that are like 28, you know, they need to go. They need to go.
Is Berholt, or sorry, I don't even know his name. Your coach is from MLS? Is that kind of what his background is?
Yeah.
I was going to say, have you ever thought about have there been talk about a international guy? But I guess you tried that with Klinsmann. But maybe
most of our managers have been internationals for a while. Yeah, the last two I think have been American coaches, but before that, yeah.
I just remember Bob Bradley and was it Arenas or is that Bruce? The guy I don't know.
Bob Bradley for a little bit. Bruce Arenas. He was the guy who didn't qualify last year.
Okay.
Or last World Cup, and then Craig Berhalter. But before that, we always had international coaches. Bob Bradley didn't even make it more than very long at all. But folks, I've got a headache, so I need to go take some aspirin. We will see you guys. Cody, we never figured out what we're going to do for the BBTB. But we will be back Tuesday for some type of show. I'm not sure exactly when we'll be doing the Ball and Beer Tottenham Boys show. Mr. K will be on Tuesday night, I do believe, for Talk 2K. And then we will be back Wednesday for the FPL show. And Thursday for the Q&A. Although my Thursday for Q&As keep getting messed up. Why? Why do my Thursday Q&A shows keep getting messed up? Because I usually have a business meeting Wednesday afternoon. But over the last period of time, for a while, that business meeting is being canceled and thrown right into Thursday, which is right when I normally do my stream. So I either need to move the Q&A to Wednesday, but that's when I do FPL. But unfortunately, this channel doesn't provide for my income. So real work takes precedent, unfortunately. Trust me, I have far more fun talking football with you guys than I do in my real job. Scott, thanks for joining us, my man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Everybody's always welcome. 1-1. It's a draw between Canada and the United States. You guys got your payback from the Gold Cup. And folks at home, we will see you guys next time. Stay strong, stay Spurs. We love you. Catch you later.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go now.